Man, tell you what, that's so aggravating. Mama Chris Lane, you back? Was you in here just a minute ago? No, all of a sudden I disconnected. Can you hear me okay? Nice. What up, my mom? Thanks for coming back. Man, tell you what, that's so aggravating. Had everybody on here and we was getting ready to talk about some stuff, and then all of a sudden I grabbed my phone to adjust it. These bouncy roads leaving Detroit. I grabbed the top of my phone and hit the X. Ended the daggone live by accident. And then I'm sitting here like, no, 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 no. I thought it was telling me to cancel, and then I even hit confirm. I guess like confirm the live. So man, I almost throw my phone out the window. Ugh. Said it looks like I'm driving in a tunnel. Yeah, it's dark up here. It's getting ready to storm. The storm's like moving towards us, and we're getting ready to drive straight through it. It's pretty dark, which sucks. And I turn around and accidentally in the daggone live. Crazy. Nate's back there in the sleeper bunk. He's yeah, I am a rookie. Yeah, we're being safe. We're getting back in about 2.5 hours till we're back. But uh, yeah, it's dark around here because I can see the storm. We're getting ready to drive straight through it. We're gonna run this semi straight through that storm. Nate's back there laying down in the sleeper berth. I napped this morning. He has some Mr. Corn beef, and it laid him down, put him down like a horse. Just boom. Man, it sucks when you get everybody in here and then you turn around and end the damn live. But oh well, the show continues. Who cares? Man, if y'all ever get a chance, you come up to Detroit. Anybody who's in the Detroit area, try to make it to Highland Park. Right there, there's two shopping plazas across from each other. One's called Model T Shopping Plaza. And the other one's called Highland Park Plaza. In the Highland Park Plaza, there's this lovely lady there named Dawn, and she will order you up one of the finest corned beef sandwiches or roast beef sandwiches. And when I say these things are huge, wow, these things are gargantuan. I mean, they're like that tall. No, no joking. They're huge. And they're good. They'll put banana peppers on their jalapenos. They'll put horseradish. They'll put sauerkraut. They'll hook you up. And then they got this uh, corned beef and cheese egg rolls. Woo wee! And the dipping sauce. It's like Thousand Island dipping sauce. There's a storm. Storm showed up. I seen Mama Chrislin say, "Payday's mom." Yeah, Mama Chrislin is little Payday's mom. There's the rain. Yeah, now we're back in here. If you didn't hear me say it before, Tammy White's my wife, and I'll say it again just in case you missed it. I want to make sure nobody misses it. She, guys, I gotta tell you, really, she's so lucky. yeah, it's about 2.5 hours back. About 2.5 hours back, Mama Crystal. Not bad. There's the lightning. No, Then we're gonna wake up tomorrow. We got a trip. Got a trip planned. 475. We got a trip planned. We got a couple things we're gonna do in the morning. Then we're gonna pack up the truck, make a run. Yeah. Yeah, but if you ever get a chance, for real though, if you ever get a chance and you're into corned beef or roast beef, I got this onion bread. Mr. Corned Beef is the place to go. Huge sandwich. Really, all you need is just a sandwich. 'Cause, wow. We eat half the sandwich, then eat an egg roll, and then we'll go back and eat the other half later and eat another egg roll. Two different meals. Yeah. One sandwich. It's insane. Good and plenty. So shout out if you're on here. If you're on here and you're seeing us, shout out Miss Dunn and Mr. Corned Beef in Highland Park. Good eats. What are these guys doing? Rain comes out, and then everybody hits their brake lights. Gotta watch them. It's only must have made an impact. It did. It did. Buckeye Creek, is that you? It did, Mama Chris Lamb. I mean, it fills you up. It's good. I told them they subbed to me. I talked to them. They subbed to me. I said, I shout. Matter of fact, I'll probably go live for a little bit on the way back. You go in there and I'll shout you out now. So I titled it Detroit and Mr. Corned Beef. What up, Buckeye Creeker? Buckeye Creeker in the house. Buckeye Creeker, never meaning no harm. I believe that too. He's a good natured dude. I don't know if the Bird and Fan Jen make it back in. Watch out, guys. Mr. Semi is coming over. Anybody in here from Michigan or Indiana? Well, got a couple people in here, so yeah. I'm always making you hungry. I get that. Every time we go to Detroit, we got to stop by Mr. Corned Beef. It's a must. We was delivering Dollar General at the end of the shopping plaza when we first discovered it, and I was like, let's go in there at Mr. Corned Beef. I see them around. I want to check them out. And I went in and I was like, my land, this stuff is good, good. Driving through Toledo now, got all they got the roads misnamed. They tell you tell you to take 475 south. In actuality, it's 475 west, and then the road next to you, it's like four roads are split right in front of you, and the road next to you is 75 south. So if you ain't careful and you just watch take what the GPS says, it'll get you all. They haven't updated it. Get you all in get you whopper jawed and having to turn around somewhere in a semi. Man, we are in a traffic jam. Coming to us slow, on 15 miles an hour. I wonder if you could do. Woo! The only thing is, I look like DOT. I look like a DOT trap. Why you got that light on there in there? Pull me over. What you up to? Dang. That sucked. Now it's too dark to even see me. Can't win. Can't win for losing, y'all. Need to get like a soft light put in here. That way you can see me, but it's not too terribly noticeable. You know what I'm saying? But that's what you get. Let's get in the semi and drive through a thunderstorm and go live. I don't cares. Coming to another stop. Buckeye, you still in here, bro? You do a reaction today? Can y'all hear my windshield wipers? They go crazy. Waka 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 waka. Nate, he always forgets to turn them off. It'll rain for a little bit. He'll have them full blast. Then we'll go down the road about 20 miles. It's all sunshine, dry. Rat, 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 rat. I'm like, man, you're going to start a fire on that damn windshield. You don't turn off them windshield wipers. Let me see what the chat's saying. Yeah, Detroit's an interesting. There we go. I must be losing signal or something. Weather is bad here. Yeah, you're over in Ohio, huh? Yeah, I'm in Ohio now. I'm in Toledo, brother. It ain't too bad. It's just raining. Uncle Slim, sandwich must have made impact. What? What was I saying? Oh yeah, Detroit. Detroit. It's an interesting city. It's got its areas. It's got real nice areas. You could deliver one store, and you think, man, it's gonna be inner city Detroit and this and that, and you get to the store, and you're like, man, it's pretty nice. This is a nice area. And then you go out to the suburbs. Actually, go out to the suburbs, and then you're looking around like, woo wee, it's rough around here. It's well, I mean, it's cool, but it's sad because you go up there and you're just like, man, what this city used to be. back when the car stuff, manufacturing was up there. That's what I explained to Nate. Uh, then you get to go up there and see the Ambassador Bridge. Gotta be careful not to turn on it though, because then you just became a Canadian. But you see the bridge of Canada. See the Detroit Piston Ball. He loves that thing. Excuse me. But it's kind of neat. It's kind of neat because you look around, and I wouldn't say neat, cool. I don't know. It's just interesting. That's probably the best word for it because it's not really a good thing. It's interesting to see the houses and what they probably was. Back when all the manufacturers, and GM and Chrysler and all that, they was going hot and heavy back in the day. I mean, the houses, are dilapidated now, or some burnt down, stuff like that. But they're like freaking huge, like a huge house. And you just like, man, I bet when a husband and wife or something worked at Chrysler when they was popping or something, and it was probably a nice neighborhood. Like I used to hear that back in the day, man, you couldn't afford to live in Detroit. You had to have some money, had to have a job to afford living there. Like it was a cool place, but times have definitely changed now. It has everywhere, but you see the history of it, even the buildings, some of the broke down buildings and stuff like that. Huge factories, multiple. I mean, you turn left, right, go down the street, couple blocks, huge factories, industrial plazas. You just imagine back in the day, like what it must have been like when, you know, they first opened up for the first 5, 10 years. All the money, manufacturing, and um, economy that was there. Still nice over by the lake. You get over there and get us neighborhoods, real nice. Then you look across, you could. I don't know. There's like land over there, but I don't know if I don't know if it's actually like if it's actually like Canada or what. But you could look across the water and see land. Uh, I don't know if it's actually Canada or what, but we've seen it today. We was kind of talking about it. Oh, let's see. I gotta read a comment. I ain't driving at night. My headlights suck. My wife hates driving at night too, especially when it's raining. Super Dark Man Pet Cemetery traumatized me. What are you talking about down there in Alabama, or did your mom live in Detroit, Mama Chrislyn? I'm gonna put the phone down here maybe, and I can lean forward. Dang, it's dark in here. Y'all can see me a little bit now, especially when I pass the street light. Jamie, what's up, Jamie? Everybody say hi to Jamie. Jamie in the house. I wish this was like a red light. Dang, so bright. We're doing good. We're just driving through a storm. We are. It ain't too bad though. Buckeye, you still in here? You getting the worst? You must be getting the worst part of the storm. It ain't it ain't too bad here. Little blowing, some rain, but it ain't terrible. We're driving straight through it, so it shouldn't last long. Hey, Jamie, you're not late. We just go live. We know us. We don't premiere. We don't do nothing. So really, you're running right on time. Perfect attendance. You're on Jamie time, Jamie schedule. Oh yeah, I'm being careful. Gots to be careful. Ain't too bad. Just little rain, cruising along. People getting over to the right here. Got to get over. Got the arrow. I lean forward real close like this. You can see a little bit of me. Should be out of it here soon because it was moving. It was moving directly north towards Detroit. We're leaving south out of Detroit, so with the speed of it moving north and the speed of us moving south, should zip right through it. What is everybody into tonight? Probably cooking dinner, making dinner. I gotta get home and hit Walmart, pick up something for dinner. Mama says she's hungry. Get get the bulldogs. Get the bulldogs some dog food. Get low on dog food. Man, they keep me working hard. I tell you, they eat me out of a house and a home. Has anybody in here got pets? What they got? Tell me that. Mama Chris Lane, I know you're playing with Roxy Bella. Well, there's two things you do with Roxy Bella. It's play with her or listen to her snore. Mama Chris Lane, I know you and husband and Pay got a dog. I remember that. Know that. James is gonna start dinner soon. Kenny's back. Kenny, bro. I'm on 75 South out of Detroit. So bouncy. I'm gonna adjust the phone. And actually, I was gonna make my wife a mod, which I think I did. And then I grabbed the phone and hit the top right, hit the X, and then I'm like, no, don't do that. So I thought I hit cancel, but I hit confirm ended live. I was so mad I wanted to throw my phone out the window. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Then it got real dark real fast because of the storm. Nate's back there in the sleeper berth, Kenny corn beefed out. I wish I wasn't driving. If I still have it when I go home, which I'm pretty sure I will, I have to take a picture and post it on Facebook when y'all see the sandwich. you'll realize I wasn't joking. I wasn't exaggerating. No cat, no caps here. That thing is huge, and the egg rolls are so nice. But I had to post a picture of it. Y'all get time, you can check it out. It's for real huge. What y'all think? Has everybody here heard the new Upchurch song, Lingo? Dang, all kinds of chat just came through. I must be. Am I glitching or can y'all hear me all right? Because y'all's chat is like nothing, and all of a sudden, bing, 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 16 comments. No, it's not raining hard, Jamie. Two Aussie doodles, a Russian blue cat, and hamster. You got a hamster? Man, I'm allergic to cats. I like cats, but if I'm around a cat for 2 minutes, I start feeling it in my eyes. My eyes get itchy. Next thing you know, I start wheezing, start sneezing, and then it's all over with. Sometimes it gets so bad that I got to take a shower because if not, it makes my eyes want to swell shut. Like if I keep rubbing my eyes, it sucks. But I like cats. They're pretty chill and cool, and then you can play with. I love playing with them with a yarn or lasers and stuff like that, and they crack me up. But coming to a slow again. Hey, look at that! See, I'm fine, but the chat's probably loud. That's what's up. Okay, her name's Tits. Makes sense. She's got six. Might as well name her Tits. Some of his songs. Oh, little sneak peek, huh? Pay had you listen to a song he's writing on. Hey, y'all. Lil Payday, he's getting ready to drop a song. Uh, has anybody in here heard the new Up True song Lingo? Is it fire? It's pretty cool. Tammy's in here last night. Kalani on the beat hit me up. He's like, "Yo, Church dropped a new song. I produced and everything." He's like, "Let me know what you think, bro." And I'm like, uh, "All right, me? Like, all right. I'm pretty sure I'm nobody, but it was kind of neat to he want to hit me up. I like Kalani, man. He's a good guy, good dude. Is this a cover song? Well, I've done a cover song or two, so I don't have any problems with covers. I think cover songs like if you want to get exposure, covers are great to because some of these songs, um, cover songs as long as you're not trying to act like it's yours or anything. You're just like, hey, I just like this song, I like the artist, I like the song, and you think you could, sing some of it and this and that. And I think they're good for showing, people that hadn't written music yet. Um, they can stretch their pipes over the. They can show you what kind of pipes they got. You know what I mean? I don't think there's anything wrong with it. And I think in a way, in some type of way, obviously, any kind of big artist um, has plenty of exposure or is known, but in a small way, it kind of I think it restarts, especially like on YouTube, it restarts, I don't know if you want to call it exposure, algorithm. Uh, but it actually, I think it's good all around. It kind of shows uh, someone that hadn't written a song, they get on there and do a good cover, and as long as they can sing, they stretch their pipes over a song that makes everybody go, "Whoa, who's this?" Um, and then, like on YouTube, like I said, you kind of re-exposes the artist or that song, maybe in a small way. Uh-oh, you gotta go back to the auto store. They gave you the wrong part. I've done that before. Nate just done that. He's fixing his BMW. Had a CV joint go out, and he ordered it. It came in. They called him. He went, picked up, got back, and wrong joint, wrong CV joint. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, y'all please hit the like button. It helps us out. Anytime you're on, anytime you're on Kenny Reacts, Captain Kurt, Buckeye Crick Mariah, any of our channels, and you hit that like, it really does help us out. I know everybody in here knows that. But if you're coming back rewatching or dipping in after this post, please hit the like button. Just take 1 second, hit that like button. The chat will appreciate you for it. For shout. And good to see you. Good to see you, Buckeye. Thanks for coming in, man. Hopefully they give you the right part and you and your son get that car fixed for real. The truck. What is it, a truck or a car you working on? Benny, what up? What is up? What's your Benny? Thanks for dipping in, man. I need to check. So the other day you was on live, and I got a question for you. You was on live, and I was like, man, I'm gonna check my. I'm gonna hurry up and get to the house. I'm gonna get all this stuff done. I'm gonna get it done. And then um, I had to run around, carry stuff. This and that. I got in the house, sat down. I was like, all right, I'm gonna go in there. And the live was called "This Bee's Delusional," but all of a sudden it was gone. You wasn't on live no more, and it didn't post. Like you couldn't go back and rewatch it. Do you not? Do you? Is is there something where you don't elect to have your lives post, or did I miss something? Oh, two mothers ago, that was about my hater. Oh, oh, it didn't post. Oh, it's on private. Oh, it's on private. Okay. So when it's on private, you pretty much got to get in there, watch it while you're live. Check this. Dang. Hopefully I'm still here. Don't mess up. So when it's set for private, then when it's set for private, you got to go in there and watch it, and you just had that specific one set for private. David Crosby's died. Whoops. Dang. I hate to hear that. Rest in peace, David Crosby. Chris said David Crosby's he passed. Rest in peace. And that car blew this red light. He was like, piss on it. I ain't waiting for nothing. I wait for me's. I'm on my skills. I'm out of here. He ran that red light. Came up to it, looked at it, and went. Yeah, Vinny, I thought I was tripping. I thought I was tripping. Like maybe, yeah, I was wanting to watch that live, but I'll have to catch you on the next live for sure. Let's see. Only that will know. Yo, man, girl, what it do? You want north? Come on, let me through here. There you go. Let daddy through. We'll kick the tires and light the fire. We out of here. Got home. Just got home. Off of work? Yeah. I'll uh I'll come check you out, Vinny, for sure. Just got off work. That's what's up. Relax time. You gonna have a beer? I get home, I have a beer. I get home, I gotta go to Walmart get dog food. Get me and my wife something to eat. Then I'm gonna get home and have a beer. Nah, I didn't catch it. What was the reaction to? Yo, man, girl, what was the reaction to? You done a reaction to my song? For real? No kidding. That's what's up. Well, I mean, hopefully you liked it. You talked me up, but I mean, that's cool. Dang. Yeah, I have to check that out. I haven't done, we've been going live in the dark, but we've been going live. It just sucks so bad that y'all can't see me. I wonder if I turn this light up, and that don't help for nothing. We've been going live here and there. Where like once we get the day done, and we're coming back, but we've just been so busy because now we're getting back into the trucks and this and that. But get back started, get in the pace of things and everything. It caused us to be so busy. We haven't hardly been on YouTube, but we're back in there now, like riding a bike. We're back in there, so we're back to good now. We'll have a schedule. Oh, you switched that live to public, Vinny? You switched back. I had to go in there and check it out. Oh, shizzle. Oh shit. Did I tell you, Kenny? Why does let me make sure I don't miss this exit because they got all the construction going. There we go. I got it. Oh shizzle my nizzle. Hey, y'all know why Snoop Dogg carries an umbrella all the time with him? Faux faux drizzle. Uh, Corny joke, but I love it. It is what it is. It's corny, but I love it. Man, I got the construction through here. Get through Toledo can sometimes be a chore. All the construction barrels, construction lane shifts. Go left. Now go right. Now go back to the left. Go left some more. Go back to the right. Shoo-wee. Do-do-do. I tell you what. Yeah, please. If you ain't here, slide over, hit that like button. Or if you're dipping back in here, take a look, see, hit that like button. So we haul for we pick up our loads are brokered through Covenant out of Chattanooga, Tennessee, um, and then we haul for Dollar General. So we'll pick up a preloaded Dollar General trailer. It's their trailer because they got lift gates that we put the rotainers on three at a time, or U-bolts. But um, we'll go to the DC in Marion, Indiana, and then we'll go out 200 to 500 miles round trip. So that's leaving the DC and back to the DC. So if it's 300 miles, about 150 miles out. Like today, I think it was like a 450, 460 because it was up to Detroit from Marion, Indiana, up to Detroit. And then we'll deliver 1 to 4 stores. It's usually average 3 stores, 3, 4 stores on a trailer. Um, Home daily, it's nice, good money. Uh, yeah, it's usually average 3. Sometimes it get up to 5 or 6, but not too often. And then sometimes when they get an inventory truck because they had inventory and hadn't received trucks, they'll after inventory, then they'll get an inventory truck, and that's where the whole truck goes to one store. Uh, so you're there unloading the whole semi. Um, I love it because I've done it long enough and I'm pretty good at it. Still healthy enough to do it. I love it because you figure that's just one store you got to drive to, pull in. You know, if the manager, that's just one store. You know, manager says, "Well, I'm here by myself," or you have to give me a second. When you get up to 4 or 5 stores doing that, it kind of eats through your day, eats at your time, and so forth. But a lot of guys don't like it because it is physical work. You hand unload them out of these rotainers. They got the water on there. It can weigh up to 12, 1,500 pounds. You got these toppers that fall on the ground. You got to stack them on a U-bolt, clean up the floor as you're pulling out these rotainers. So it is physical work, but if you're used to it, it's good money and home daily. I mean, I'm an owner operator, so I own both trucks. I drive one, Nate drives the other, and so I mean, we get to do whatever we want to. We either take it or load or don't. But of Of course, you don't get the bills paid that way. So as long as you can digest the physical work here, just home daily, good money. I've actually done it for about 4.5 years now, I think. Um, yeah, no, Mama Crystalline, we unloaded. So I started with another company. I started as a driver. Then they shortly after made me a trainer, so then I trained. I just saved up money to buy our first truck. Did that, and now I got the second truck, so we've done really well. But yeah, I started out driving for company, same place out of the Dollar General DC, and then I've you got to really stomach the work because it's like farmer boy, country boy work. You know, a lot of physical pushing and grunting and stacking, fast moving, and then all of a sudden, pushing in a big rotator full of water. Uh, so it's some work. I mean, when I was training, I had guys they come off over the road because it's bigger money, and they said, "Well, we want some of that big money," but then, it's big money, but it's big work too. So uh, that's one of the things they couldn't get used to. So they come off the road. Most of the time it's no touch, just over the road. You just turning and burning, chewing asphalt, no physical work, and then they hit this, and then they either do like one or three things. They go back to over the road, um, quit, or go to Westville and do like dairy because there's less pieces per stop. Uh, but I've had guys. There's one guy he shows up. And I was going to train him, and then we got to the first store. That's when I first learned that they didn't even tell them what they're going to be doing. So I started asking. As soon as they get there, they tell you what you're going to be doing. You know you're going to be live unloading. You're going to be we unload these trailers, and this kind of physical work is rewarding. It pays, but uh, yeah, it's some physical work. And I got this one guy. He shows up. We drive, get to the first store. I'm assuming, he's like my second trainee. I'm assuming that he knows what's up. We get to the store and we get parked. And he's like, all right. He's like, he heard me call him. I was just calling him it was a shopping plaza, Dollar General in the shopping plaza. So I called him to, let him know we're out back. He's like, so they send out an unload team? And I said, unload team? I said, no, there ain't no unload team coming out. And he said, what do you mean? I said, we are the unload team. We're going to unload this bad boy. He said, what? He said, no way. I said, it ain't that bad. We'll chew through it. This now you get used to it, but this is how you make the big money. We got to the back of the truck and opened up the door, and he looked at all that stuff. I mean, he looked like like he was gonna melt, like he had sheer terror over his face. Called his ride and left right there on the spot. Said, "Hey man, I'm sorry to do this to you. They didn't tell me it was gonna be like this. I can't do this." Left right there, Johnny on the spot. I said, "Wow." Uh, I've had I've had people I've helped out, done some extra work to try to. I always knew when someone was getting tired, so I'd do a little bit more work. But if they were doing fine and they were killing it, then I'd let them rip it, a little bit more. But if they wasn't used to it, I'd kick in, do a little more work, help them survive it, and let their body get used to it. Uh, so a lot of them done well, but there was a couple where they went to fresh, or they quit, went back out on the road, or uh, yeah. But that one guy, well, he cracked me up. He said, "We're the unload team." He said, "Oh no, this ain't me. I can't do this. I can't be doing this stuff." Called his ride and left. Came had his ride come and pick him up. Yeah, I trained and then saved up enough money and hooked up with a broker. And now I'm doing it all. Now me and Nate does it all ourselves in our trucks. makes all make all the money, then pay out all the money, and have all the responsibility. That's the only difference. When something goes wrong, or yeah, you could do it, Kenny. I mean, you do all that factory. You do all that factory. No shit with I used to select. Yeah, you could do it. I could see you doing it. You doing the factory work, working, grinding all the time. You could do it. I can see you doing it. One day you need to come over and help us. You could ride and see what it's about, and give it a try. I mean, it's good money. I ain't gonna lie, man. They're there for 2 years in a row. I think one row I made, or one row. One year I made 110, and then the next I made like 110, 120. You know, I mean, it's good money even as a company driver. Yeah, what yo man, girl, company driver, company driver, company driver. If you just want to chill and you ain't trying to be no superstar, and you just want to kind of have a life and just do your part, you can make it easy 80. You can make it easy 80, or you could kill it. You could kill it, make 110, 20. I didn't want to be over. The only thing drive. If I would actually have made better money. I think I'd have made better money. I think if I just ran by myself and didn't train, because you only got X amount of dollars a day to train. But the problem is, you got to think this person is new, petrified behind the wheel. You know, they drove. You're getting them fresh out of school where they drove a trailer empty in a parking lot. But now they're hooking and dropping, and they're 45 blindside, offset right, off of roads, this and that. And then they get out, even when they get out on the highway. Uh, like he actually became a good friend. He's on Facebook. We're friends on Facebook. He quit. Damn. Yeah, if you're down with the truck driving, you know, as long as you don't, it's like anything else. The first year or two is rough because it's like you're new and they want to freaking. It's all about insurance. It's all heavily dictated by insurance. It's not the companies don't want to hire you. The problem is in the DOT world, it is it is directly dictated by insurance, whether insurance will cover you or not, and that's the problem. These mega carriers, you know, some of the mega carriers have their own insurance, but some of the mega carriers, you know, they got to have 2 3 years because they got to prove to the they got to prove to the insurance company that you you got some experience. They gonna get out there and wreck and so forth. Camp Kurt, what to do, what to do, what to do. Camp Kurt in the house. But yeah, but if the insurance won't cover, then they can't hire you. So that's why most of the companies, the insurance company flat say, nah, we can't, we can't cut, we wouldn't be able to cover this. So then it results in the company not hiring you. So then you're left trying to get a job somewhere. Uh, so that's why the first year you can get jobs at like smaller companies that's just willing to pay out the wazoozy because Progressive will insure anybody, but you're gonna pay for it. So you'll get these jobs. You get these jobs, you know, that kind of suck, and you kind of like you need a job, so they're going to keep you rolling 24 hours a day if they can because they're paying out the wazoozy to have insurance. But then you get that when you don't have no wrecks or DUIs, failed drug tests after the first year or two. Now flip flops. You start becoming the creme de la creme. Now you're like a unicorn. Everybody wants it. Then you can start to pick and choose. Now you can start to say, no, I ain't going over the road. Or I just home daily. There's so many uh, more varieties, you know. But yeah, you could do well though. Get your first year or two is in. Get your first year or two in, and then that's when all the companies will start hiring you. Uh, yeah, but you can make good money even being a company driver, and some people will be set. You know, I was making great money with just 110, 120, and then something goes wrong with the tractors, this and that. I just make a phone call. Hey, my stuff's broke. Fix it. Where where now? It's not a phone call. It's usually thousands of dollars, but it's just part of it. You budget your money and work and do it. But man, if you wanna move over. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I could hook you up with a mega company. I mean, I can put you to work with me. You have to you help unload until you get a CDL, then you can drive a truck. But uh, I did it myself in 3 weeks, and it was a roller coaster ride to do it that way. But I got it done years ago. I got it done, and I had like $900 wrapped up in it by the time I took the test. Uh, or you can not have no money involved, have no experience, and find a mega carrier. And there's a lot of them out there. You just walk in, you got a heartbeat, breathe fresh air, and say, "I want to be a truck driver." Well, come on in. We'll take care of you. We'll pay you, something. Ain't hardly any money, but we'll pay you while we train you and you go through school and everything. The only thing is you got to be careful not to get hustled and get signed up for a contract for a year or two, have to stay there, and then if not, you turn around and owe them $6,000 they're trying to sue you for. So that's the only bad thing. But you can even do it that way and not have no money involved. Just walk in and say, I want to be a truck driver, and then 12 weeks later, 10, 12 weeks later, depending on how fast you take off with it, you're a truck driver. Brandon, what up, Brandon? Much love back, brother. Oak Ridge, Tennessee. All right, yeah, I've been through there. I can't remember what I was saying there. I went down a rabbit hole and it sucked. I forgot what I was saying. It was good money. It was talking about. Yeah, I forgot what I was going somewhere. Then I seen a comment and I started talking left field. Never came back. Duh, dummy moment. Oh, Kenny, somebody's pushing. You gonna get your no button pushed? That's funny. Driving back, brother. Driving back from the Detroit. Just cleared Toledo not too long ago. I'm out of the rain now. Little sprinkles, but yeah, just driving back, man. Gonna get back to the house. Probably stop by Wally World, get something to eat. Get something to eat. Stop, get a couple beers, have me a beer, eat dinner, play with the Bulldogs. Oh yeah, that's true. Vinny's correct. So I'm gonna say this. So this is crazy, right? I'm gonna say this because I don't smoke, so I'm not worried about it. Until they start making us piss in a cup, and then they trace back how much Bud Light we drank in the last 30 days, I'm good. But it's crazy as an owner operator, as a company driver. Yeah, you're up for a random, but inside that random, if you're with a mega company, uh, I mean, you're somewhat at risk for a random. But so they divide it up out of pools of like 7,000 people. Like I'm in a pool of 7,000 people. The only reason I know this because I'm just inquisitive. I'm just wondering, but because I've never Nate he had a random, and I was like, that's crazy, dude. I got to sign him up for a random. Anybody you employ and include me. You got to have randoms and everything to stay in compliance as an owner operator in the state of Indiana and federal stuff and all this and that. I've never had a random, but all of a sudden Nate, like 5 months in, gets a random. So I'm like, what? I was like, he just done a pre-employment. So I'm like, okay. So I asked the guy. I said, and I found two things out, and I'm like, what? So if you're an owner operator, you're one truck out of a pool of 7,000 people. You're one person out of a pool of 7,000 people. And he flat told me, he's like, so to be honest, he's like, it was just sheer random luck that your boy is coming for. And uh, the reason why you haven't got a random is because you and him is in a pool of 7,000 people. So to be honest, you probably got, two, three whole companies worth of people in that area that are getting random. So the chances of you getting random is very slim. Then he tells me the other thing, and this is crazy as an owner operator, and I only say this because I don't smoke. So if there's a DOT officer on here watching, kiss my ass because I don't smoke. You can test me all you want, but this guy tells me that they'll email you as the owner, but like so if they're going to hit me with a random, they'll email me as the owner, and I'll get the email, and then you have a whole quarter. You have 3 months to have that. What up, Cricket Mariah? Cricket Mariah in the house. Shout out Cricket Mariah. If you haven't, go check out her channel. Catch an interview. She'll be interviewing. She'll be reacting. She took a little time off. I hope you're feeling better or things are going better with you. I know you take some time off. You said yet the other day. Uh, Shout outs to you, girl. Hope things doing good. But yeah, so as an owner, like if they're testing me, well, I'm an employee, but also the owner. So they'll email me, and then I have 3 months. Unless as soon as you email them back or call them, then they issue you a 6 day donor pass. But if you don't call them, then they don't issue a 6 day. So you can wait 2 months. You get an email, all right, you got 2 months. Call them, they issue a 6 day donor pass. You go and take it. Bam, it is what it is. You know what I mean? So that's crazy. I was like, wow, okay. So yeah, that's the good part for some of the owner operators out there that might tokey toke. See what did Vinny say? What did Vinny say? Uh, yeah, I must have missed part of the conversation, but yeah, Vinny, if they put you, if they put you, they do got if they put you out of service because you have a license problem, or yeah, they put you John. I mean, they'll leave that truck there and it ain't moving, and they'll tell you if you move it, you're going to jail. Yeah, it sucks to be put out of service. I ain't never had it happen. Knock on wood. I haven't had none. I ain't had no bad inspections. I haven't had. Just been lucky. Oh yeah, Kenny's a jokester. I need to get like a little red light or something. That way y'all can see my face. I wish I could tie like a bag or something. That way, give it a little light in here, but not bright. I'm trying to think. Freaking. I thought I had like a trailer light. We have trailer lights. Sometimes when you go to the early mandatories, you need to see what you need. Like especially in the wintertime, you go to early mandatories. We have these magnetic trailer lights that stick to the side of the wall and let you see what you're doing. I mean, I had one of them in arm's reach, but I feel like a goofball. But let me try it. Oh, you know what? Uh-oh, wait a minute. Let me put some pippin in it. Y'all stay there. Don't go nowhere. I'm gonna fix this up. Uh-oh. Oh, do this. Oh, wait a minute. Got a little light. I don't know who this car is coming up beside me, so I'm gonna sit real still and act like a good trucker. So we got here. Bring that devil out just a little bit. Y'all can see me a little bit, and it's not too crazy bright. I was like, I'm not gonna say it. I had to reach up and get that light. See, bring up the chat now. It like brings it up, and stays there for a second. I can't see myself. Let's see what we got here. Oh shit. Oh, what? Ooh, that's probably a little too bright. I should, you know what? Watch it. I'll show y'all something. So, I don't know if you can see it. See that right there? Y'all see that right there? Most all your trucks come with these little air wands in it. You can do certain stuff with it. Namely, you can air wand your truck out, clean it up. But Nate hates this thing because I use this. I use this air wand. I'll scare the shit out of him. He thinks he's back. He thinks I'm back here sleeping. He thinks I'm back here sleeping, and then I'll wake up. I'll grab his air wand, hit him in the side of the neck. He's like kicked the dash full force before, jumped so hard. He's back there sleeping. He's out cold. I need to pull over him, and y'all can watch me scare the shit out of him. You hear it? Listen, listen. Scares the shit out of him. Scares the shit out of him. He doesn't like that sound. I don't want to wake him up. What'd you say, Kenny? Yeah, I know it's messed up to mess with him while he's sleeping, but it's just so funny. Better than whooping him with a paddle, huh? when we whooped each other. I had bruises. I had bruises on my butt for like three weeks or more over that. It was a good live though. It was entertaining, something to do. He's still back there asleep. I figure that air won't wake him up, but he hates that thing. Turn his light down just a little bit more. I feel like a sore thumb, like DOT's is looking at me. So Kenny, you thinking about coming over here and doing a little work at Dollar General, huh? I can see you doing it, man. I can see you killing it. Watch what this. Yeah, it's a little ways from me, ain't it, Bubba? I'm trying to think of a DC they got over in Pennsylvania over that way though. I think they Pennsylvania. I'm trying to think of what that. I know they have a DC on the other side of Ohio towards you. I can't remember if it's Scottsville or Scottsdale or something like that. That'd be the one you want to link up with if you just want to like get your CDL and do something. But yeah, come all over here to work with me. Ain't ain't definitely isn't. Okay, Toe in the house. What's up with you, man? Thanks for dipping in. That's where I'm at now. I think we're Defiance, Ohio area on the way back. Pretty easy lane right through here. Easy driving. A lot of people don't like driving through Ohio. I haven't had any problems in Ohio with the state police or not, but I hear when you get pulled over by one, they can be a handful. I stay over to the right, hit cruise, wide open driving. There's a couple. You need to use the bathroom, get something to drink. There's a couple spots on the way. It's always cool on 24. I remember when I first started out driving New York. Woo, that was a handful right there. The roads are real tight. My first job, my first job. Again, I had to go with the smaller company. This company just got bought out, and it was actually the company I was a material. I was third shift material handler. Excuse me. Uh, and they heard I was going to get my CDL, and I was waiting on this other guy that basically wasted my time. Uh, Finally hit me up like 3 years later. I'm like, dude, I went all around the world by now. Like, what? But at the time, he was like, oh, man, you just blah, blah, blah. You get your CDL, blah, blah, blah. So I did it. And then the company I was at, they just bought a little smaller trucking company out. And they was like, whoa, 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 whoa. They was like, don't go nowhere. We'll, Vinny, how much longer do you got until you go live? Y'all go check it out. I think I'll probably get off here when Vinny starts to go live because I'll go and watch him, and it's a struggle to have y'all see me. And y'all been on here. God bless y'all. Y'all been in here on here for 77 minutes. Love y'all for that. Definitely showing some love for real. But everybody's got to get their little fair share, and I can get off here and watch Vinny's live. See Kenny. They have DG Distribution Center. Yeah, there you go. I knew there was one in PA. Did you see that, Kenny? My wife looked it up right there in PA, and I'm pretty sure that I'm careful to name names or whatever, but the company I'm talking about, I'm pretty sure they're there, and I got some pretty deep connections there. I could let me know, man. I'll talk you right in there, and they'll put you to work quick, crazy quick. Like, oh, we're gonna do this like right now, today, quick. But yeah, man, let me know if you ever get interested. I can make some calls. I knew it was a long name like that, weird name, and I couldn't think of it. Whatever, what was that? Capital, whatever it is. But yeah, my first job, smaller company. They're paying out the wazoo, Zuzi, just to be able to hire anybody. So they hired me. It was hauling trailers. I'd worked inside the factory, moving material to build the trailers. And then they was like, "Don't go nowhere. You know, hey, you've been with us. We'll give you a job driving." So I did that, and it was all East Coast. Like literally, I told them, I was like, "You know that we could sell these trailers south, west. Like, you know, there's other trailer dealers other than Connecticut, New York, New Jersey. So it was a lot of East Coast driving. But I remember I took off driving. I got my CDL. Uh, and I trained with a guy named Nate, older dude. I trained with him. He drove the first 2 days. I drove the second 2 days. He was going off on shoulder surgery, and then I went with Mike Monday the next week, a different guy, and then Tuesday loading up. We were loading up, and he pops off. And he's like, Chad. He's like, I don't know what you think, but I'm fixing to talk to Jared, but I mean, I don't know how comfortable you are, but man, I think you got this. I'm gonna talk to them, man, and see if they want to give you a load number. Basically saying, give me a load, kick me loose, and I just do it. And I'm like, oh, okay. So no formal like stage training like with mega company schooling, and then testing, and then training for like 4 or 5 weeks, and so forth. It was just rode for 2 days, drove for 2 days, drove for that Monday, drove for that Tuesday, and Wednesday I picked up a load. This is my first job. I pick up a load and I take it 2.5 hours up into Michigan to Kelly Trailer Sales. The next day, I'm in Newburgh, Newburgh, New York, taking trailers to Konjalowski Trailer Sales. You talk about baptism by fire. Driving over there through the mountains over there at night and this and that. I didn't know the area, like, Tennessee, Virginia, even West Virginia. I knew that, knew those areas. But these mountains look different. Going over there across your hood, Kenny, PA and stuff. I was like, man, what the hell's going on? What I get myself into? And I come into New York. And that was the first time I was like, man, New York is not like what I thought because everybody thinks like Moo. Well, that's New York City. But upper state New York is actually pretty and it's cool. It's countryside. A lot of wineries and grapes, this, grape that. I can't remember what else, but pretty pretty cool. But man, I got over there. Then they sent me. They kept sending me over there with this step deck that turns into a wedge, so it runs off of hydraulics. The bed actually changes, and Congelosa has a really nice parking lot. But if you get there after business hours, you can stay in the front parking lot. But they have gates. Uh, Actually, I got that wrong. That wasn't Congelosa. This is in Connecticut. But they sent me over there to do these enclosed because they caught on. Oh, he drives pretty steady because enclosed, New York City is littered with trash. Oh, bro, I did eventually end up driving to the Bronx. I had to pass over GW Bridge. To pass over the GW Bridge is $100 one way. So if you run into the Bronx, you're there. You can run into the Bronx, get unloaded, hour and a half, be out. It's $100 across the bridge. $100 to come back across the bridge to get out. It's That's crazy. But yeah, I would take the styrofoam trays they pack meat in at the Hunt's Meat Market in the Bronx. It was crazy. But they sent me. This is a funny story. Well, it wasn't funny at the time. It damn sure wasn't funny at the time. But I get over there the first time, and they're hustling me. They don't care. They'll just figure I'll get over and I'll deal with it. So they're like, "Oh no, you get over here." And I was like, "Do they got a forklift take this off?" Because I thought I heard Nate say that step deck, we used to call it a step wedge because it was a step deck that turned into a wedge. They used a remote and it goes hydraulic. He said it was broke. You go, no, they got a forklift. I go over and that dude's like, "We ain't got no forklift here." He's like, "I don't know what they're telling you back home. This, that, blah, blah, blah." So then he ends up bringing over this hoist system he had. We had it, man. It was so much work. There was 3 trailers I had to take off. It took like 4 hours. Just can't hurt the trailers, this and that. Then he says he got. Then they say next time I go over, uh, next time I go over there, they say, "Oh no, that's it's fixed, so you can turn it into a wedge. You can hook it has a cable system, almost like on a flatbed, Kenny. You hook it, go underneath the trailers, you let gravity unload the first one, unload the second one, unload the third one, and you're scot free. You could even, if you got drive time, you could turn tail, get the hell out of the area, go stay. I get there, the battery's dead, all this. I walk over to the neighbor's house and just take the initiative. I was like, "Hey, can I give you like $10 for one 9-volt battery?" They was like, "Here, honey, I think I got one right here. You can just have it." I get over there, so now I'm using it. Now I'm hearing something drip. I look up underneath the trailer, and the hydraulic system is pouring out all over this brand new parking lot. And I'm like, "Oh my God, dude, I'm over here in like Connecticut. I know it ain't New York, but man, like you go to the Eagles and Wabash. You go to the Eagles and Wabash, you get farmers there. Hey, how's it going, Fred? This and that, blah, blah, all shuffling, got a bunch of bushels of corn, hauled and this and that. You go in that VW and it's, or VFW, and it's freaking, "Hey, Johnny, baby, we're going to play some euchre. We're going to play, what are we going to do today, baby?" And all this. And I'm like, I'm sitting here leaking. The owners they act like they're Italian, this and that, and they're kind of blunt and real straightforward, like Italian, like "What up, Deacon Blue? Deacon Blue in the house." They're kind of blunt. It's like Italian mafia type feel. And here I am leaking hydraulic fluid all over. So I grab my own clothes. I'm trying to build up a dam, try to keep it. Now the more I move it, the more hydraulic fluid comes out. And I'm like, "Oh my God, these guys are going to kill me." This brand new parking lot, brand new paved, fresh painted lines. So I called Jared. "Jared, I thought you said he fixed this." "Hell, the battery is dead. It was screwed up. I fixed the battery, then turned around, and now I'm leaking hydraulic fluid all over the place." And he was like, "Well, just stay there, this, that. It'll be cool. They'll help you in the morning. I'll leave messages and explain to them." And I'm like, "I got my clothes out, man, just trying to stop it up. But, man, I think these guys are going to kill me, dude. I don't want to be here, this and that." Well, then he said, "Don't worry about it. He said there shouldn't be nobody come around. I said because I don't want to make a mess. When I tell you guys, I woke up, I could hardly sleep, fell asleep. Then when I woke up, first daylight, I stepped out. Nobody was there yet. Jared didn't tell me that there was other. You had FedEx, UPS, other truck drivers delivering um, trailers, other things they sold, everything. And when I woke up and stepped out of that truck, when I say all those vehicles had come throughout the night while I'm in there sleeping and drove through that hydraulic fluid, and if anybody's ever worked with hydraulic fluid, it spread it all over these people's parking lot. It was on their sidewalks where UPS like pulled up, jumped out the thing, and oh my! I said, I'm gonna die today. These guys are gonna be so mad. They showed up, was so pissed off. I said, I've already talked to my boss. They said that they will any cleaning services. They were so mad. That was the last time I ever went back there. I said, I'm not doing it. I don't talk to me about that wedge trailer, that step deck. You gonna mess around, get me over on the East Coast and get me killed. Didn't go back there. But yeah, they call me the East Coast kid because then I started learning. It's a lot of tight driving. Like they won't tell you. They say you got to be careful. They got to be careful. You got to be careful over there because it's got real tight exits. I come up on the first couple of exits. There's signs. It's like driving around here. I was like, oh, your exit right here, this and that. And then it'll like you'll exit, and then you go like in between trees, and there's like of course it's Connecticut, New York, New Jersey, depending on where. But some of those areas, you'll take the exit, and you'll go underneath the trees, and then it'll kind of clear out, and then right there, there's like six choices that you can take, and your choice is the second from the left, and you're all the way over to the right, and there's 170 cars around you, and you're in a semi. So then you go up thinking you can turn around because you miss it. You can't get over there. There's nowhere to turn around. The roads are so tight. It sucks so bad. But I got it figured out, and then I was like, hell, nobody else wants to do it. Job security. It's my own lane. I kind of liked it. I got to go out there to I think it was Newburgh. I had that Orange County I delivered, or I picked up a car for a backhaul, and I recognized this building. I asked him, I said, "Hey, what's this building over here? Because it seems familiar." And I'm from Indiana. I don't know why in the hell I think I know this building. And he's like, "Oh, well, you probably seen it on the TV show. That's the Orange County Chopper, the old building where they all first started." And I'm like, "What?" She goes, "Yeah, right around here the corner. My wife, if my wife's still here, she'll tell you." Uh, uh, she said, "Yeah, you go around the corner here, and they have the big OCC chopper building with all the bikes and all that." So we got to see that. She went with me. We got to see that. And then another time, uh, I went to see Niagara Falls for the first time. It was pretty cool. Then eventually took my wife back with me, and she went and seen it with me. Pretty cool. But yeah, it was fun. I'll tell you, I'll probably jump off here because I think Vinny's getting ready to go live, and y'all go check out Vinny. Show the love. I appreciate all y'all jumping in here. But I'll tell you one more story, then I'll let you go. It's a funny story. So I got my CDL, and it sparked this other guy. He worked in powder coat painting the trailers. So he's working at Nove. So he's like, you know what? I'm gonna get my CDL, and I'm gonna make big money and drive and this and that and blah blah blah. So he used to be a police officer. He was a police officer, went to Nove, and then yeah, thanks Jamie for dropping his link. For real, y'all go over and check him out. I'm definitely going to. Um, but so uh, his name is Mike. I won't say his last name. His name's Mike. Used to be a police officer. Starts at Nove. I go get my CDL driving. He's kind of asking questions here and there. Then next thing you know, I hear he's gonna drive, and I'm like, oh, that's why he was asking me. He's like, yep. He's like, I'm gonna give it a try and this and that, blah blah blah. So we're at it for like 6 months. He's been driving for 6 months. 6 months down the road, we gotta we're going over there and we gotta meet up. And uh, I remember I stopped in the office one time, and Dave was his name. Dave said, "Hey Chad, I wanted to ask you real quick." He said, "You're not in trouble, this and that." He says, "But are you taking 30 to Brentwood and this and that? And I'm like, 30 to Brentwood? What's that? I was like, we got 30. It goes through Warsaw here in Indiana, Brentwood. And I'm like, oh, 30 on the other side. I think it was on the other side of Pennsylvania, I believe, or something. But I said, oh, yeah, 30 to Brentwood. Yeah, yeah, why? And it was hilly, nasty. On one hill, they got three different truck escape ramps. And he was like, man, I can't believe that. He's like, I've been watching you on GPS. Every time you go over, you be driving there. Like, you take a truck through there? I'm like, yeah, why? So I remember him mentioning it, and he was like, we avoid that road like the plague. There's two big, huge signs on each side of the road there that says truckers, avoid this road like the plague. And I'm like, I've never seen those signs. So I was like, huh. I was like, okay. I was like, I'll have to. Well, I always went through there through night, and I just didn't see him, didn't pay attention because I want to make sure, I still a new driver, so I didn't want to miss the exit. So I'm still driving it. Well, then I go through there during the day this one time. The very next time, let's see. Yeah, if you can get me up there on my phone, I'll dip in. I'll dip in for a little bit that I got to. Ain't scared of if you ain't scared, Vinny. um, So yeah, I go through there during the day, and then I see huge signs on each side. It's all like looks dramatic. All this says truckers absolutely avoid at all costs. It literally says at all costs, and I'm like, dang, dude, I've been driving on there for like 6 months now. Well, fast forward, Mike comes along. We got to meet each other, and they had it set up to where we had to meet each other to pick up these Sprinter vans. And they said, just do your loads. Mike's going to hit such so you hit such. Me here, get these nice Mercedes Sprinter vans. Help Mike out. Y'all help each other if you will. This that. Throw an extra $100 each on the run and this that. I'm like, yeah, that's it. I don't care. So I get there before him, stay overnight, wake up the next morning, boom, like clockwork, he's there. So he's in a cab over. And I don't know if any of you guys in a cab over, it's for the nose. There's no hood. The motor is like up underneath you. The motor and tranny's up underneath you. There's no hood. And if you've ever drove one, I have. It's literally you feel like your feet is dragging on the asphalt in front of you. It's so weird. You get used to it, and then you stop paying attention to it. But man, for the first 2 days you drive that thing, it is weird. Uh, but he's in a cab over. But then, yeah, it's dark here. What up, Jen? You back? I freaking ended the live earlier by accident. Hit a bump and hit. Yeah, stupid me. So he's in a cab over. We meet up. We head out. We don't talk about what route. So I'm like, I'm gonna follow him. I'm gonna let him do his thing. I'm in a 18 speed Peterbilt, like 560 horse. I can go fully loaded, go up a hill past empty flatbeds. Like I'm all power. So I'm in a Kenworth 18 speed, 565 horse, I believe it was. I'm gonna let him do his thing. He's in that older cab over. He turns and he gets on 30, going reverse, which is the worst way on 30 to Brentwood. So I'm like, oh, Mikey, you used to be a cop. Okay, so we'll do this. I'll follow you. You got some balls too. Let's do this. I'm down for it because it saves you like 40 minutes all in all. So next thing you know, uh, I'm rolling behind them. I'm like, yeah, we're gonna do this. A car gets in between us. We get up in the mountain. It's foggy. Can't hardly see nothing. I'm just watching the tail light of that car. Mike, he's going up these hills. He's slow and steady, not going like I would, but he's going and this and that. I didn't notice anything. So we make the we get back. We get on the a regular road, regular highway, and everything. And I'm like, man, I got this 18 speed, so I kick it into gear. I roll past him, roll down my window. Paul's kind of beside him, and throw him deuces and everything. And he looks at me, nods and waves, and I head on out. We're good. That's all. That's all they needed us to do. Now I'll get back. It was like 3 weeks later. I hadn't seen him in this and that, and it was like 3 weeks later. He was loading the thing, so I got loaded, had some time. I was just gonna park the truck and not leave until Sunday. So I walked over. I was like, "Yo, Mike, what's up, baby?" I was like, "Hey, man." I was like, "I didn't know you drove on 30 Brentwood too." And I was like, you mean to take that route and this and that?" He turned, almost broke his neck. He was like, "Hell if I know." He was like, I was shaking like a dog shitting razor blades. He was like, "Oh, I didn't know what the." He goes, "You drive that all the time?" Dave told me that you drive that all the time when you go over there. He was like, "What? I didn't know what the hell I got myself into." He's like, "Hell," and I'm sitting there looking at him, smiling and giggling because I thought he wanted to take the road. But he said the whole time it was so foggy. He said the whole time it felt like every time I'd crest a hill and that cab over, it felt like I was going face down on a roller coaster over the side of this mountain. I started laughing. I said, "My bad, man. We didn't have each other's phone number, and you didn't call me or what." I said, "I thought you wanted to take that road." He's like, "No, I've been waiting to talk to you to ask you what in the hell is that you drive on?" He said, you are an insane madman." I was like, "Well, it saves 40 minutes. I've been driving on it, but yeah, it was pretty funny. Pretty funny to hear that he was shaking like a dog shit and razor blade the whole time. He said, "I'm sure that there's still indentations on my steering wheel where I was holding on to the steering wheel so tight." But funny stuff. So, but hey, listen, y'all, I'm gonna get off here. Appreciate y'all getting in here. Mods, all y'all great. Jamie, thank you so much. Wifey, if you're still in here, love you. See you soon. Here in a minute. Here in a few. I'm gonna try to get on. I guess I'm gonna get on there and dip in. Deacon Blue, love you, man. Appreciate it, bro. Hey, I was talking about your place, man. You know all about New York. Shoot. Yeah, but appreciate all y'all dipping in, talking, and let me talk my head off. And hopefully it was entertaining. Wasn't too boring. We'll start coming up with like lists, stuff we can talk about, keep it entertaining, one thing after another. That way you don't go blank. Probably about the worst time to go live. I think Kenny and them's pretty good at it. Kenny and Captain Kurt React is good at it because they drive. But when I drive, you got to pay attention. And I'm afraid like I just zone out. And then I'm like, oh wait a minute, I'm on live. Y'all sitting there staring at me, and I'm just sitting here like a weirdo. But hope it was entertaining. Love y'all. Much love. Hope y'all all have a good night. Appreciate you, and we will catch you soon. Later, guys. Much love.